Hey, what's up and welcome back everyone to the IceManIsaac Academy, the second channel of the Warzone Academy dedicated specifically to coaching every single day. Today we're taking a look at the How to Clutch series, a returning series every week where we talk about multiple in-game scenarios. I've got one for solos, duos, and trios today, bringing down the end game, how I could have played it better or how I played it perfectly, telling us how we can clutch out the late game. So skip all the early stuff straight into the end, how to clutch. If you guys like the style of content, make sure to drop a like on this video. It helps out more than you know with the algorithm. Subscribe if you want to see more, and most importantly, join me over on Twitch to be a part of the action if you want to catch this gameplay review live. If you have any questions, that's the best way to ask me. It's over here on Twitch. Without further ado, let's get into the first video. So we're going to go ahead and start off with solos, and then we're going to move to duos, and then we're going to move over to a really clean trios clutch. So here we are over in solos. This one's going to be my gameplay. We're on a little bit of a heater. We got 20 kills here in solos, and we pop a UAV and we see nothing but high ground, high ground, high ground, high ground, high ground, high ground. Everyone's on the high ground. Playing with mouse and key. Using this truck for rotations just because we know it's safe for me. Not going to waste any of our time on these guys. There's a ghosted guy inside yellow building. And keep in mind, based off of that ping earlier, we know there's a guy somewhere off to our left that's going to get forced out. And so we're using this truck as cover, trying to find everyone as we do with all pinwheel rotations, trying to find them getting forced out of cover. Not seeing anything, though. Grab another UAV and another gas mask. Only have so much money left. Decide to opt to use my $7,000 to buy a UAV and get a fresh gas mask. I'm actually using this. You guys may have seen this in one of my YouTube videos talking about the AS Val and how it's the best sniper support in the game. It absolutely is a crutch. It gets me out of so many gunfights where I probably would have died. At this point, I'm just playing the game out. I don't really want to force fights inside of these buildings. So I'm just playing slow, trying to find people rotating out, and then just waiting for hopefully these guys to jump off the end gate or the high ground. Work my way up here, pop that silence, and I hear that guy running around. But then I realized I hear a trophy system go off right below me. So I'm actually in between multiple people. I've got a guy with the trophy system down below me, and I've got another guy up above. And I basically commit. My dead silence is out, so I'm not going to slow peek anything. I'm just going to hard challenge everything, try to find my way out. I've only got 4 people left in the game.
I'll drive.
Get back into my truck just because it's going to allow me so much cover. Absolutely massive semi-truck. Gets staggered by a couple tiny steps. I am that guy, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just using that truck, waiting. Look at this. All of these people up here are getting forced off. And I'm just going to chill and wait for it to happen. I am indeed that guy. Keeping my driver's side away from the opponents. That way they can't shoot me. And I have everyone looking at me. So now I know the entire lobby. I've got one in the second floor shooting me here, one in the lower here, and then one up top. So I now know where all 4 players are. Well, so my truck is getting torched right now, and I am officially in no man's land. I have 0 cover. So what I opt to do is try to get as much momentum as I can to get towards the next piece of cover and know that I basically have to ego chow this. Fortunately, did it to yourself, man. Wow. That's gonna blow up. It shouldn't kill me. Nice. Lean forward in the chair a little bit. It'll help you get in. I basically use the animation of me getting out of the vehicle and then have to hit a clutch shot. And I cut to the left, right? Because I'm afraid of this truck blowing up. I don't want the truck blowing up to kill me because I'm already super low health. But unfortunately, that results in me overexposing myself. I cut back in to where I can no longer have line of sight with that sniper up there, right? That sniper can't see me.
Up. It shouldn't kill me.
That blows up. Whole bunch of debris there that's going to cover me for a second. Able to get back inside. Awesome. Played up. I've got a full gas mask. I bought that earlier. I'm looking where I expect people to be, right? So I'm expecting someone to be in this building that's instantly where I'm challenging. And I'm also keeping an eye up top. Not spotting anything. Pull up my AS Val because it's fantastic at mid-range. Hit a really nice stun. I'm kind of in an awkward spot there, right? I'm like, where the hell is this guy? Where the hell is this guy? I hear the footsteps. I prone out instantly for a hard challenge. I don't see anything. So I decide, okay, that guy's just going to be sitting there maybe in the garage. So I'll go for a bounce stun. He gets perfect timing. I don't have any lateral movement that I can do, so I just hit the drop shot because that's all I've got, right? And I smoke him with the AS Val. But I make a critical mistake. In this fight, while I'm backpedaling, I now have exposed myself to a large area. And
I was just trying to get behind that wall too. That sucks.
And I get desynced.
Right here? What? A little bit of desync right there.
And I'm like, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. But that all came down to just using that vehicle for my positioning, try to get people to force their rotations off the high ground. But unfortunately, I get forced out. I get isolated. So I decide to quickly, get as fast as I can, as I realize I'm getting focused, push forward with that truck, get out of no man's land, and try to make something happen. But unfortunately, I made the mistake of, while in one gunfight, I overexposed myself to more angles than I should have. Let's take a look at the duos here.
Yep, C4. No, sir. Get baited.
Drop my buddy Joe Woe. Me and him are playing duos. We're playing with the two fastest killing guns in the game. We've got the Finn, and I believe the Finnick.
Bottom right now. Sniping.
Dead.
Oh.
People over here.
Playing with absolute power positions as always. Always marking with our UAVs where we expect people to be. We're kind of in the frying mindset right now, where we're just going for kills. But you're going to see here in a moment, we really dial it in and lock it in. Stop going for kills and start going for precision and placement.
That's enough.
I'm safe. I guess.
Where?
I end up waiting for Joe to tap myself. In the top right cubby of the building where we killed the first two.
Top right cubby. Pretty hurt. Kind of hurt. Not that hurt, though.
If you can suppress him, I
Man, look at that old background, chat. My new background looks so much better.
can just hit him with the heli.
I think he dropped down. Nope, he's up top again. Right, down to us, go.
Nice. So Joe and I have that same common understanding. I give a really clear comm to him, right? I don't need to ping it. I don't need to pull that up on the map. I just say, hey, green building, top right cubby. I tell Joe, hey, if we down him, I can send it with the heli. Or if you can suppress him, I can send it with the heli. We're both on the same page. As soon as Joe gets that knock, he is instantly. He's not worried about reloading his LMG. He's got his SMG.
Right, so I don't get C4.
I tell Joe I'm going to pull off to the right so that way I don't get C forward. Swinging Joe around because I know he's going to get the thirst.
So should we one more? And then
3, 2, 1.
Nice. Oh my god.
And we just call out, hey, there should be one more. I'm going to chow. Joe says I'm right with you.
So should we one more? And then
3, 2, 1.
He said 3, 2, 1. I'm feeling like an absolute demon with this AS Val in my hand, so I just take that challenge right there.
I love that. I love that. Yeah.
Joe goes to buy a UAV.
Oh, but on the buy. Oh my gosh. Kill that crap out of me. Nice. I didn't even. He had to be like hugging that corner. Had to be. Nice. Oh my gosh. Yo.
Only thing I would have done differently here is I have an extra $4,000, right? So I buy Joe back. I buy UAV just so Joe can get some extra information. I have a durable gas mask. What I probably should have done is either buy another UAV, or me being an end-game player, I would probably pick up a precision because I'm going to be dealing with a lot of people on the high ground.
Link scared me.
But Joe works in. He works his way up to this buy.
Where?
We've got all of our stuff.
Are they up top of this building or inside of it?
Yeah, I got double stun and dead silence, so I can...
Always having that conversation with endgame about what sort of utility do I have? How can I help my teammate in a fight if he needs me? hit the side glide, take the high ground.
Like, thank you.
As we
He
jump
was
up,
here, like close.
I'm taking
we start getting
God.
tagged
Yep. God, hold off.
from the high ground. This is where that precision will be
Top,
really
yes,
nice,
sir.
right? Nice, right? If they're on that high ground
we can try
or
them.
over there on that brick building, that precision, I have that $4,000. It was kind of a throw by my part to not have all that utility in our hands.
Inside of the shack or something.
Once you get in the final circle, you shouldn't have any cash. You should be maximizing all of your
Right here,
economy.
right here.
Enemies in the area.
And then the last two on the hill.
All right, so we've now narrowed it down. All right, so we've got 2 on the hill, we've got 1 lower left, and we've got possibly a
Those are the last
straggler
three
somewhere
units.
else.
2 on the hill and the guy right on blue mark.
That's not exactly accurate, Isaac, because there are 3 squads left.
Actually, he wrapped to red. He's a corner red right now.
Then there's a guy on this wall here going towards. He's still here. He's right here.
Closing in. Send Claymore.
Should be a guy like close.
Oh,
on
inside of
yeah,
here.
yeah.
What the heck?
Right on this white wall too.
Taking fire.
Okay. You have any plates?
Yes, here.
Okay, so I played up, and here's where I failed as where I usually excel as an in-game lead. Okay, so when Joe goes out to challenge, what he does is he goes out here into no man's land. Joe does not stand a chance really doing much up here when we know there are people up here behind trees and natural cover. It's going to be way too difficult, especially when we have 1 straggler right here. So we have 3 squads left. We know there are 2 up here, and we have 1 straggler here. I come up with a play, but I don't get my teammate involved in the play, and it's going to cost me. Watch this. So I decide, open, no man's land. No thanks. I decide to make a wrap for hard cover over here, and I don't tell Joe to come with me. He doesn't, I don't believe he has a gas mask, but he still could have made the play with me.
I just got headshot sniped.
And Joe is the movement king, but he's the master of getting headshot sniped. Spot this player here. I'm not focused on the thirst because I know there are a lot of players that could possibly kill me. And I'm just in a terrible spot. Not only is there this guy, he's got another teammate over here in this area.
No.
That snipes me.
Oh, dude.
He hit it too. He is not challenging you.
And then the guy self-revives and then kills me. This whole situation could have gone completely different if I would have taken that moment while I'm plating up. Right here, this is my moment as an in-game lead to say, okay, where we go, where can we go, where's our cover? All of this, no man's land, we are 100% either taking an ego challenge gunfight, and if we're doing that, that's fine. Sometimes you're stuck with no man's land. That's your only position, and you have to do it. Or we could take right here, which has a little wall of cover, which we could take for a decent period of time and take care of the 1 enemy that's inside of here. Now, let's say this area doesn't exist, right? What we need to do in this situation is exactly what we talked about when we were approaching that stairway, which is, hey, 3, 2, 1, you live ping whoever you're focusing, you team fire them, and you're just focusing on your gunny as your only solution here. But this was my opportunity to become a good in-game lead, and I failed here, but you're going to see where I really excel in the next game. So the next game is a trios game with me, Breadman, and Spiros. So there was a suspected cheater in this lobby. So we're actually playing more for a power position than we typically would. So you're going to see a lot more tactics out of us because there was a cheater in the lobby, and we're really, really locked in to make sure we win. So we've got the trophy. We've got this truck, and we're working our way into power positions for a late game win.
They can still see 4 in my front though, so.
Yeah, they're getting shot at from the right, lower right at the village.
If you notice, right here, there's a player behind here, and he throws in that little C4. I'll have John zoom in. I'll have John zoom in. You can see that little C4 right there. Plop down. Bread and Spiros are sitting on an incredible heady. If you jump on this little back side of a truck, you're in an incredible position to like just barely peek over. It's a nasty head glitch. 1 minute on the train.
First away, C4, yes, good comms.
So everyone comms C4s, great comms. I pull off to the side because I don't want to lose the truck.
Close. Behind the tree, yep.
And then I'm not going to tunnel vision on that guy because I know he's a part of a full squad. So I'm instantly looking back at where other players could be.
That last.
Should be down at village now.
I'll drive. I think there was that.
Reposition my truck so it doesn't flip over. And then we kind of sit in here
I can't hit these guys.
and
They're
we
all
stage
down
for a
there on
bit.
the little,
I pick up
That guy.
an absolutely disgusting Car 98. This may have been the cheater's Car 98 because who else rocks a VLK Car 98? And we're basically just sitting here picking off some players that are getting forced in by the rotations.
Armor off of that guy.
Oh, dude, they're gonna take away all of our.
Fortunately, the airstrike comes through and does not touch the truck.
Two
Oh
left.
my god, there's loot in here. Excuse me.
Target down.
Lower left is armor off. Nice.
There's one right here.
So this is just an early rotation power position, checking people on the pinwheel that possibly could be hurt.
Left side, tall hill, tall.
And then we immediately diagnose these guys as a threat. They are going to be a long-term threat for us. And so the conversations that we have leading forward are going to totally change the shape of the game.
Hit him for armor.
Wait, close. Down. Right there.
I'm watching our low right now.
To be clear, that guy thirsted himself. I did not wallbang him.
Shots. I'm watching our low right.
Down. Right there.
I marked him, but I knew other players were going to be looking at me. And I technically could be really cheesy and wallbang him through here. But he thirsted himself.
Safe zone relocated.
We got a truck.
We got a berth at a rock right now. Recon activated.
Helicopter here. Got a loadout drop inbound.
So yeah, it's a little bit quiet, but Brad says, hey, these guys on the hill over here, they're trying to win. They're really trying to win. They are passionate. They were most likely recon strats. They've got a helicopter up there. They all have snipers,
Armor
right?
off
They
of
are
this guy.
passion players,
On the left
power
screen.
position players.
Truck, if you want to go.
Yeah, let's go.
And so now we start working in early rotation. We catch all the people that are behind us. We're coordinated together.
Yeah.
I think they just looked back there now. They're probably back on our side now.
Do we want to try to like fight them here for a second, get it down and then on?
Yeah. And then
And so we have an opportunity right here where we're not overexposed. We do have an overexposed with this hillside where we are overexposed to everyone in this angle. But fortunately, we've already cleared out most of this from the fact that we've rotated from there, but also from the fact that we've sniped a lot of people in this area. So we're not going to totally tunnel vision, but ideally we're going to take an opportunity to snipe and thirst the 3 people that are on the hill.
on our lower right, if not behind.
Yeah.
Great comms by Spiros. He's like, hey, there should be people on our lower right, because keep in mind we were sniping a couple of people over in these houses. Late, two, right here.
Lower right, if not behind. And then move up. We should have people on our lower right, if not behind.
Yeah.
Late, two, right. So now we have a natural cover from the team that's holding us on the top hill. Keep in mind this zone is going to be pushing us in as Circle 5 closes in.
Moving.
Yeah.
Brett is kind of suppressing the people way far away, gets it down, and I'm pushing up
Bottom ramp.
because I know I have 1 dead silence and a loadout, and 2, I saw someone dropping in, right? I saw someone parachuting in, so I assume they were either getting the loadout, just trying to get their stuff together, maybe regaining from the gulag.
Other guys on this cubby on the right.
On me close.
Hit him for armor.
So basically all I'm doing in that little movement right there,
Yeah, bottom Rambo's on the left.
spot
Other
that guy
guys
kind
on
of in
the
no man's
cubby on the
land,
right.
get the kill. I'm not re-challenging that guy. I'm just
I'm close.
calming,
Hit him.
holding a
for
power
armor.
position. John says he hits him with a sniper.
I'm pushing down on you right now. There's
On
gonna
me
be
clear.
Yeah,
I can hear his footsteps.
pushing down on you right now.
I'm basically like, what I'm doing is I'm challenging over here and I'm wanting to plate and I'm just wanting to like kind of like shoulder over and see some information because I don't want them cresting this hill, because if they crest this hill, they're now a threat to John and they're a threat to pushing over on me while I'm plating. So what I can do is I can push forward, and while I push forward, I can play either audio cues or I can play a visual shoulder. So that's exactly what I do. Is as soon as I hear it, I swing back into hard cover. I know John's looking over me. That guy started firing at John, so when I can challenge pretty aggressively.
I'm holding for Rambo.
Notice how John is calling out. This is John Spiros. He's calling out the individual skin. Hey, I'm looking for Rambo. I'm looking for Rambo.
Rambo's low.
I got down from the far.
What above us?
You get the Rambo. I get shot in the back. You can see the indication.
What above us?
I'm hit.
Pushing you.
Yep.
Nice.
Dead. Come back for you, Brad. Let's go. Oh my god, this is
John, great
funny,
help.
boys.
And then a little thing there, you'll notice I'm like burst firing because I don't want to reload just in case John goes down. I really want to be able to get the kill.
Come back for you, Brad. Let's go. Oh my, I'm gonna grab. Heard.
Boom.
And go low.
We res bread.
Yeah, we just take it in
Sparrows
and go low
gets the
police,
truck.
lower cop for now. Yep.
And we said, hey, right now, let's just get safe. We're going to work lower cop. And then once we get finished working lower cop, then we'll deal with the next team.
Top, second floor cop looking at us. Heads up, inside.
Good comms from him. He's a second floor cop, so I'm going to be focused on right there. I'm not even worried about these guys up here.
I'm popping daddy and just
I've
flying
got
at
double.
these. Rambo, RPG dead, down dead. Give me stairs, weak dead. One more stairs.
Request recon flyover.
A little bit of a tunnel vision play on my part there. So what I was doing is I was initially going out there to double check to see if that guy was going to be jumping up. And then I'm hoping these guys are going to play a little bit slower so I can pop a UAV for some info.
I got it.
Unfortunately, Brad clutches up.
I got it.
I've got you.
And I say, I'll get the res because I want Brad to be able to play it up.
And UAV, if you can. Or probably airstrike, actually, airstrike.
Oh, we might need airstrikes now.
I got a cluster off those guys.
And boom, the conversation, as soon as we're plating up, we're immediately thinking about our next fight because we don't have a lot of time to waste here. Once again, we start talking about the, a little bit more intentional with our rotations where I failed with Joe. Hey, we all need to be doing this. Everyone get in the truck. We're going to push lower police station. We'll focus on something else next. Guiding the team, in-game leading the team here. From there, okay, we got a second to breathe. We win the gunfight. Let's start looking at our economy. Okay, we have enough money for every single person to get self-revive and possibly airstrikes.
Does anyone need this?
Mark.
Just need money for yourself. Someone who drop their cash.
Here you go.
And then
Dropping
I'm gonna grab a sentry.
Be advised, UAV is
I got it.
And keep in mind, Bread had 8,000, so he bought self.
And UAV, if you can. Or probably airstrike, actually, airstrike.
Everyone gets self and an airstrike. So we know Brett has an airstrike, Spiros has self-revive, and then I have a cluster strike.
Marked, it's marked behind you.
Okay, copy. Thank you.
It's not marked, it's cash.
I honestly have no idea how I spotted that guy. Oh, he moved. You could see him. If he didn't move, I wouldn't have seen him, but you can see him strafing up there. Mount up. Beam him. Smoke him.
That's a solo.
And now we know it is a 3v3 against the team that was playing so sweaty for the win.
Should be the team top.
Brad gets a knock, and then we airstrike him.
I'm gonna do this hop up. One more up there.
Gets another down. Actually, it's the same guy. It's Scott Hall. Is able to get a self-revive off, but instantly gets back knocked.
Armor off, one shot. Light ping, 1E. Beautiful.
I'm seeing movement up here.
Yeah, on the deep right.
Yeah, I'm doing the hop right now. I'm hopping up.
Yeah, I got the cluster. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Try to hold us out. Come on.
W, what are you doing here?
Really good clutches there, but it's just a common understanding of what utility we needed. Brett having that airstrike, like me telling him to go buy that, whether he was going to do it or not, saved him. If it was a longer, more protracted fight, the fact that we had those ridge lines that we could have dropped down underneath to res up,
Armor off, one shot.
we really could have survived a long engagement here. I was going to cluster this guy, but as I was pushing up here, you can see this player start to move around. So I decided to shift over instead. And frankly, it's not like I would get a good cluster off up here, so I can also just cluster up there. John, you can zoom in so they can actually see what I'm looking at on mobile. The movement up there.
Yeah, on the deep right.
And they've just got airstrikes on them, clusters on them.
Yeah, I'm doing the hop right now. I'm hopping up.
Yeah, I got the cluster. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Try to hold us out. Come on.
W, what are you doing here? Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Red.
I want to say it's good, Raj. Feels so bad.
Red fell in love with the Swiss that day. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the how to clutch. You can see from the solos game, a little bit of an overexposing myself while I was taking an individual gunfight. I need to be making sure I'm not opening up myself to multiple lines of sight. Really nice job of getting out of that no man's land when I realized I was getting isolated. For the duos, I failed as an IGL for Joe. When I'm sitting there and I'm plating up, I need to recognize what we're doing and what we're doing together, and I need to clarify that. Whether it's we can ego chow that out to the side together and probably win that, but more than likely we would have been safer off going to the left together. For this, every single part of this was completely calculated from who is our threat, who can we gate, well, first off, who can we get some easy gatekeeps on, right? With good comms leading all the way up through here. Easy gatekeeps to understanding a threat to where we can isolate ourselves, possibly get some early picks. John recognizing and not tunnel visioning, spotting people down below us. And then after things get ugly with this gunfight, we make a very clear call out.
Yeah, we just take it in and go lower police, lower cop for now. Yep.
Heard.
Lay down if you can.
Top, second floor cop looking at.
We're all laying down. Spiros gives good comms. And then from there, after this, it's just all clinical. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it. If you want to be involved in this live, make sure to join me over on Twitch. Please, please, please drop a like. It does help a lot for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.